Hello students, good afternoon. So this is Mrs. Irama J, lecturer in commerce, SSRG Women's College, Raichur. Today I am going to take online class for BCom 6th Sem students on financial services. So far I have completed 4 units in financial services, and the 5th unit is securitization. So today I am going to take online class on securitization. Now let us see the meaning and the definition of securitization. So as far as meaning is concerned, securitization is a process of removing long-term assets from the balance sheet of a lending financial institution and replacing them with liquid assets through the issue of securities against them. That means in securitization process, the bank or a financial institution, so they will remove the long-term assets from the balance sheet, and they convert those assets into liquid assets by issuing securities to the public. That means here the long-term, illiquid, non-negotiable assets are pulled out from the balance sheet and they are converted into liquid assets by issuing securities to the public. Then we'll see the definition of securitization. So securitization is nothing but liquefying the assets comprising loans and receivables of an institution through systematic issuance of financial instruments. So according to this definition, securitization means in securitization process, the bank or financial institution will liquefy the assets. Means it will convert illiquid assets into liquid assets, like loans and receivables of the institutions, long-term loans and receivables of the institutions, then accounts receivable, then lease finance, credit and receivables, receivables from the government, department and companies, mortgage loans. So these are some of the long-term illiquid assets. So these illiquid assets are made or converted as liquid assets by issuing the assets like financial instruments. So by issuing financial instruments, so they are going to liquefy the assets. So this is the definition of securitization. Then, so what are the objectives of securitization? Why the companies will go for securitization? Why it is essential? So first, and the important objective of securitization is to make better presentation of the balance sheet. So here, if the financial institutions, if they want to make a better presentation of the balance sheet, so they will go for a securitization. Then second objective is to reduce the various types of risks. In order to reduce the risk, so they are going for liquefying the assets in securitization process. Then third objective is to offer financial facilities for purchasing the assets under mortgage, hire purchase, credit card, debts, etc. Then to develop debt market. So in order to develop debt market, to encourage and speed the development of capital market. So if the debt market is developed, so that will encourage the development of capital market. For that purpose, so the companies will go for a securitization. To introduce innovative techniques in debt market. So here, in order to adopt modern and innovative techniques in the debt market, so securitization will be undertaken. The next objective is to enable low credit rating companies to issue asset-backed securities. The next, to convert liquid assets into marketable securities. So in order to convert liquid assets, they will go for securitization. Then to improve capital adequacy of financial institution. So here in order to increase or improve the capital adequacy ratio of financial institution, most of the financial institutions will go for securitization. To realize the economies of scale and to produce financial market with an effective tool. So these are some of the main objectives of securitization. Then, which assets are suitable for securitization? So usually financial companies, what type of assets are taken for securitization? So first one, long-term loans to financially reputed companies, hire purchase loans for vehicles, credit card receivables, lease finance, receivables from the government and companies, mortgage loans for purchasing homes. So these assets are usually suitable for securitization. Then next, let us see the parties who are involved in securitization process. So here the parties involved in securitization are originator, the special purpose vehicle, a merchant or investment banker, a credit rating agency, a servicing agent, the original borrower or obligator, the prospective investors. So these are the parties who are involved in securitization process. Then next we will see what are the steps involved in securitization. So securitization process will go through certain process. So the first step is identification process. In identification process, the lending financial institution or bank who wants to go for securitization is called originator. So already in parties, the main party involved in securitization is originator, and originator means the financial institution or bank which wants to go for a securitization. The originator having various types of assets like commercial mortgages, loan receivables, hire purchase receivables. First they will remove the assets of homogeneous nature after considering their maturities, interest rates, frequency of repayment and marketability. This process of selecting pool of homogeneous assets from the balance sheet for securitization is called as identification process. Then the second step is transfer process. Once the identification process is completed, the selected pool of assets are passed through another institution called special purpose vehicle or a trust which is already ready to help the originator and convert the assets into marketable securities. The through transaction between the originator and SPV is either by way of outright sale of valuable consideration or by passing them for a collateralized loan. But generally it is done on a sale basis. The process is called a transfer process, and once this process is over, the assets are removed from the balance sheet of the originator. Then next step is issue process. In the issue process, the special purpose vehicle takes up the task of converting the assets into various types of securities. So it is the SPV which issues securities to the investors. The SPV actually splits the package into individual securities of small values, and these securities are sold to the investing public. The SPV gets itself reimbursed out of the sale proceeds of the securities. These securities are issued by the SPV by different names like pass-through securities, pay-through certificates, interest-only certificates, principal-only certificates, etc. So this is issue process. Then next, redemption process. The task of collecting the principal amount of the securities and interest thereon is generally entrusted to the originator or a special servicing agent specially appointed for this purpose. The agent is paid certain percentage of commission for rendering the services of securitization, that is collection of principal and interest. In order to collect the principal and interest amount, they are paid certain percentage of commission. Usually the originator is appointed as servicing agent. Under securitization, the originator may also play the role of collecting agent on behalf of special purpose vehicle. A pass-through certificate may be either with or without recourse to the originator. Therefore, the holder of this certificate has to look to the special purpose vehicle for the payment of principal and interest on such securities. Thus, the primary task of special purpose vehicle is to structure the deal, collect the proceeds and arrange for the payment of principal and interest. The next process is credit rating process. Pass-through certificates have to be issued publicly and hence they require a credit rating, and the credit rating is given by the credit rating institutions. The issues would also have to be guaranteed by external guarantor institutions like merchant bankers, because such a guarantee would also enhance the credit worthiness of certificates, and they also be easily accepted to the investor, as it would create a sense of confidence in the minds of investors regarding the timely payment of principal and interest by the special purpose vehicle. Then let us see what are the advantages of securitization. So there are certain advantages of securitization. The advantages means here the companies which are holding illiquid assets, they will also get some benefit from the securitization. So we have to see what advantages or benefits the companies will get from a securitization. First one, increases the liquidity. So securitization will help the companies to increase the liquidity. That means the securitization process includes illiquid assets, conversion of illiquid assets into marketable securities. So it will increase the liquidity of the companies. Then next, credit exposure and risk diversion. Securitization will allows the issues to be managed its credit exposure to the particular borrower and get its help in risk diversion of asset portfolio. Then achieve a desired credit rating. Securitization enables the originator to tailor the structure of the instruments in such a manner that he can achieve a desired credit rating which is higher than it was before. Next, asset liability management. Securitization offers an efficient and effective way of asset liability management. So the companies can manage the asset liability. Then alternative sources of funding. Securitization allows the issues to find alternative sources of funding and also to raise funds at low cost with improved credit rating. Then advantages of securitization to the parties who are involved in securitization. Means all the parties who are involved in securitization, even they will also get benefit from a securitization. First point, more liquidity. Securitization provides more liquid funds to the originator, that is lending financial institutions by converting their illiquid assets into liquid cash, so they can get more liquidity. So this will help them to have more liquid funds and thereby improve their financial position. Second point, more profitability. Securitization helps financial institutions to get liquid cash immediately, since medium and long term assets are converted into liquid cash and avoid the need of waiting for a longer period. So this will enable them to recycle the funds on large scale and do more business turnover and earn more and more profits. Then next, low cost of funding. Because of the enhancement of cash flows and reduced and diversified risk factors, securitization enables the funding institution, that is originator, to have an easy access to the securities market at debt ratings higher than its overall corporate rating. This means the companies with low credit rating can issue asset-backed securities at lower rate of interest because of high credit rating on such securities. This helps the originator to secure funds at low cost. Again, the criteria for selecting the pool of assets ensures the availability of funds at lower cost. Under the present circumstances, there is a security of funds, scarcity of funds, and interest rates are higher. Securitization provides a good scope for a lower cost. Next, enhancement of capital adequacy ratio. Securitization helps the financial institutions to enhance their capital adequacy ratio by reducing the volume of their assets. The process of securitization necessitates the selection of a pool of assets by the financial institutions to be sold or transferred to other institution called special purpose vehicle. Once the assets are sold or transferred, they are removed from the balance sheet of the originator. The sale or transfer of assets will lead to reduction of volume of assets. This results in improving capital adequacy ratio. Thus, the removal of assets from the balance sheet under the real sale of assets increase the capital adequacy norms because of conversion of illiquid assets into liquid cash. The next point, spreading of credit risk. Securitization enables the originator to spread the credit risk associated with a particular financial transaction among the different parties who are involved in the process of securitization. Suppose in the absence of securitization, the entire credit risk has to be borne by the originator alone. But under the securitization, the originator is able to diversify his risk factors among the various parties involved in the process of securitization. The next point, impetus for capital formation. In the absence of securitization, the capital would remain idle in the form of liquid assets. But the securitization helps the originator or lending financial institution to recycle the funds by converting these illiquid assets into liquid cash. Then liquid assets into illiquid assets. Then again liquid assets into illiquid assets into liquid cash, and so on. This is done by the means of issuing tradable and transferable securities against these liquid assets. The next point, prevention of multiple instruments. Securitization provides multiple new investment instruments with a view to meet the requirements of the investors. Further, it also offers various types of instruments to other financial intermediaries such as mutual funds, insurance companies, pension funds, etc., which gives them several choices. Higher rate of return. Compared to the traditional securities like debentures and bonds, securities offer higher rate of return, that is securitized securities. Usually they offer higher rate of return. They are related as they are rated by good credit rating agencies, and they are more attractive and productive. Since they are structured assets, they offer better protection and yield higher return. Since the payment of principal and interest is guaranteed by the SPV, the investors in such securities are not affected either by bankruptcy or by winding up of originator. Next, better instruments. Certificates of securitized securities are issued to the investors against the backing of underlying assets, which are used not only as collateral but also generate income for payment of principal and interest. They also do not require any servicing, and hence they do not involve any servicing cost. They are even better than mutual fund units because they are backed by the underlying assets, whereas there is no such backing for mutual fund units. More transparent. Next point. The securitized securities are also more transparent from investors' point of view because the investors are personally see the collateral assets, and such transparency will reduce uncertainty as to the risk element. Other benefits. Securitization leads to more economy in the use of capital with efficiency and cost effectiveness in funding and lending. There is a great boon to the regulating authorities because their primary objective of preventing accumulation of capital is fulfilled. Further, securitization will also beneficial to the borrowers as they will be able to get funds at lower rates since the originators are likely to pass on the benefits to the ultimate borrowers. Securitization also benefits the market as it adds more diversified instruments with different maturities, and therefore it creates more depth in the market.